Hello, today we're going to talk about how to do a Florida inmate search or just find prison jail records, things like that in the state of Florida. So to get started, come to floridapublicrecords.net and you'll notice there's quite a few public record databases here available to you in the state of Florida. We're going to go to the specific page for inmate records. So you want to click on other records. You have things from, you could do like we have a background check page, criminal records, inmate search, court records, warrants, things like that. So there's quite a few options here for you. I'm going to go to the inmate specific page. You can check all the other ones out too, because they're somewhat related. And one of your first options here is to do a Florida Department of Corrections check. And this is a statewide prison check. This is a official database. We also have the 5 most populous counties here, and at the county level you have jail records, so they're kind of different from prison records. Somebody that is going to prison is probably in there for over 12 months, and they're probably serving for something somewhat serious. And jail records could be for anything. Somebody could be arrested, booked, and sometimes released the same day or the next day. So they're quite different, and you have multiple databases you might want to look into when you're looking for an inmate. Your second option would be to use court records. So court information will give you information regarding after the arrest. Everybody has to show up for court, see a judge. So if you want to get more details regarding a specific inmate and what happened, guilty, not guilty, things like that, you might want to look at court records. Your second option would be to do use a private database. And so with the first name and the last name, you just click hit search, and it will what it does is it also looks at county records, it looks at state records, but it looks at records from across the nation. So it has multiple databases compiled into a single list or a single system. So if you have somebody that might be living in Florida now, but they moved, say, from New York or Texas, doing just a state search is not necessarily going to cover those other places the person has resided in. And so it's a good idea to make sure you are not missing anything, to do a nationwide check too. Plus it has private database types of records potentially could give you previous locations. It could give you cell phone information. There are numerous things on using the private database that you can get that you can't get using state or county resources. I think the best way to do it is to use both. Your county and state records are always going to be the most up-to-date and the most accurate. And then, of course, the name search, the private database, is going to give you that big picture view. And it's also going to give you access to private databases that you can't necessarily get at the state level. So, once again, floridapublicrecords.net. I'll drop a link in the description. Come on down and start on your Florida inmate search.